Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another amazing episode. In this particular one, guys, I want us to get to look into a car which is very popular in Kenya. It's a very popular hatchback car, just not in Kenya but also in the world. And the car that we'll be looking into is a car which basically it's a car brand known for being a very fast car. So stick around because we'll be looking into the specs that makes the Volkswagen Golf to be very unique and of course be popular among so many Kenyans. So stick around because I'll be taking you through this discussion. My name is Willie, and of course, if it's your first time coming across my videos, do consider hitting the subscribe button, which is just below here. Turn on the notification bell so that each and every time I'm dropping an episode like this one, you can always be notified. So we'll be looking into some of the pros as well as weak areas of this car. So you can just go ahead, guys. You get to contribute to that by talking to us in the comment section, and sure enough, we really appreciate. So for now, just allow the intro to roll, and I'm going to see you on the other side. Well, to start with, it's important that you get to understand the Volkswagen Golf, guys. They did come with different engine variety. We do have the 1.0 liter petrol engine. We do have the 1.5 as well as we do have the 2.0 liter. That's the diesel version, and we also have the 2.5 the turbo charged version. So we'll be looking into the series which was very popular. Remember, we are talking about the series from the Mk5, the Mk7, and we have the latest model, which is the Mk8. But the most popular was the Mk5, and we'll be looking into the 1.5 liter petrol engine because that's what is very popular here in Kenya as well as in the market generally. So these are cars which came out of production from 2003 all the way to 2008. So we'll be looking into some cars which have been running in our Kenyan roads for quite more than we're talking about cars which have been running for more than 1 decade. So we'll be looking into these are cars which have that bridge between the old version specs as well as what you get to see with the latest model. So stick around because we'll be looking into from the engine specs, the interior specs, as well as what you get to see from the outside. So right now, let's just go ahead and get to start by what motor gets to power this car. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Mk5, the 1.5 liter engine, there are a couple of things which are worthwhile noting. First of all, most of these cars they were naturally aspirated, which is a very important factor, and the reason for that is that this engine tend to have a longer lifespan. Remember, with engines which are turbocharged, they are exposed to very serious and tough situations, which in return gets to reduce the lifespan of these engine. So for this one, it was naturally aspirated, meaning it didn't come with the turbo. So apart from that, with the 1.5, sorry, not the 1.5, it's technically the 1.6. It's just a few cc's to getting to the 1.6. It gets to give out the power. The power it gets to give out is from the 102 to around 115 horsepower, depending, of course, with how long the engine has been running, as well as also other factors get to come in, also how well the engine is maintained. This engine came with a multi-fuel, the multi-point fuel system, which is very efficient because it gets to improve when it comes to fuel economy, as well as this engine, unlike what you get to see with most of the Toyota cars, which comes with the technology of the double overhead camshaft. This one, the Volkswagen comes with a single overhead camshaft. That is usually it's not the best when it comes to performance of an engine because with a single overhead camshaft, kind of the camshaft is usually overwhelmed because it needs to push in this pressure, needs to push in new, I mean clean air into the engine at the same time gets to push out the exhaust gas, which is something worthwhile also noting. So with the single overhead camshaft, that's an area where Volkswagen might get to see some improvement in some of the latest model, but that one as the technology we got with the Mk5 from 2003 to 2008. Also, another important thing to note is that this engine did come with a timing chain. The traditional the timing chain we get to see with most of the Toyota cars. This one came with a timing belt, and the difference between that is that those cars which get to run or comes with the timing belt, they tend to be a bit more silent, more calm in terms of when the engine is running, you can barely get to hear any sound from the engine, unlike those ones which comes with the timing chain. So that's one of the reason why you'll be realizing that this engine they get to run very very smooth, very very quiet, and that is as a result of that timing belt. So for the case of the valve, it do comes with 8 valves. Remember, it comes with 4 cylinders, which are all in line, and we have two valves per cylinder, and that also gets to explain the reason why we have the single overhead camshaft. So that's something worthwhile noting. So with this engine, it might it's depending on the model that you get to attain, you might find those ones which come married with to the 5-speed manual gearbox system. There are those ones married to the 6-speed manual gearbox system, and of course, the most popular one is the 6 speed automatic gearbox system, which so many people get prefer. And I guess the reason for that is because not so many people they are conversant when it comes to driving manual cars, but that's also something worthwhile knowing. So this car was mostly preferred by more people who get to use it mostly for city drives, and there's a reason for that because it's a car which it's more economical when you get to do city drives, unlike doing long ranges. So that's also something worthwhile noting. There's nothing much to talk about when it comes to the Volkswagen, the Golf, I mean the Golf, the Mk5. Now let's go ahead to get to look into other specs. Let's proceed to get to look into the interior. Well, looking at the interior of the Volkswagen, the Mk5, it's very very difficult for you not to realize that the Volkswagen have really improved when it comes to the interior. You can see like what you're looking at here. We have a car which gets to come with a double airbags. We have one on the passenger side. We also do have also another one on the driver's side that is in the middle of the steering. So this car when it comes to things like the interior, we get to see most of the units do come with the seating capacity of 5 people. Also, the clothes they come with, I mean, the seats they do come with cloth upholstery, which is a basic and a standard thing that you'll be seeing with most of the cars, especially which came out of production during that period. That is during those years. So looking at this one comes married. This comes with the automatic gearbox system. That's why we have this lever over here. Looking at this center console, just comes with the basic infotainment system. That's just a basic AM FM radio. We do have the climate control knobs over here. This is where you get to raise or lower the temperatures in the car in combination with these ventilations, which are meant to push either warm air or even cold air into this cabin. So looking at this side from on the driver's side, this car, as I told you, gets to incorporate both the latest technology as well as it has borrowed a lot from the old generation. So that's why you get to see the dashboard comes combined with some analog meters, as well as it has also some aspects which are displayed digitally. So you'll be seeing a lot with that when it comes to this particular the Mk5 generation. So apart from that, we are talking about things like a steering wheel which is adjustable. You get to do that with this lever over here. So you can get to raise the steering or bring it closer to you. Also for the case of the seats, you can get to move them forward or backward manually. There's a lever just below here. You just need to pull it. And of course, the seats becomes that is becomes possible for the seats to either move forward or push them back on. So for the case of the cabin is usually a very spacious car, but from the outside you might undermine it, you get to see like just like a small car to do. But once you get into the car, you get surprised by how big this car is. So we do have, of course, the space for the boot, whereby you can get to increase that by that is folding this seat, which gets to split 60/40, meaning as you can see here, we have the 40 already bent. We also have the 60. So that's also something you'll be realizing with the Nissan, sorry, with the Volkswagen Golf, which is a hatchback car. So it comes with 5 doors. We have the four of them and one at the rear, which gets to give access to that boot. So apart from that, guys, something worthwhile noting is the fact that it do come with spaces like we have these cup holders, the door pockets, which are just extra places for you to put in or to place your items. For the case of the windows, of course, the electric pad, you get to raise them or lower them by just pressing a button. That is also the case when it comes to the side mirrors. So now let's just go ahead. We get to see what we get to look at once you get to look at the car from the outside. Well, what you're seeing here, this is the 2005 Golf, the Mk5. So remember, it's a hatchback car, and it's a very looking from the outside, it might seem like a very basic and a small car, but it's a very very spacious car. Once you are in, that is, you're inside the cabin. So this car, looking at from the front side, it comes with halogen headlights, which are very very strong and of course are very efficient, especially when you're cruising at night. As a driver, you get very good visibility to where you're heading to, and of course on the road. So when it comes to the wheel size, this car, depending with the unit that you get, there are those ones which comes with 15-inch wheels, but majority will be getting, they have either the 16 or the 17-inch wheel, which is the mid trim. But you can get to do some aftermarket upgrades, modification depending on your preference. But it can comfortably get to house 15, 16, and the 17-inch wheels. So when it comes to the body type, of course, I've said time and again, it's a hatchback, and of course, it's a 5-door car. Looking from the front, we have this big, the Volkswagen logo integrated with this slim grille, which gets to give the car some very cool, unique front look. Some units do comes with fog lights, but it's not a standard thing that you get with every Volkswagen out there. But you can get also to get to do some aftermarket upgrades if you want to. For the case of the side mirrors, which are electric pad, some do comes with side blinkers, but it's not a must in every unit. This car with the 16 or either the 17-inch wheels, it gets good ground clearance, which is very, very important to have, especially Africa, where you find yourself, of course, in terrains which are not tarmacked, and of course, you need a car which can get to maneuver those places with much ease. So that's also something worthwhile noting. Looking from the rear side, you can see it do comes with this rear uh, very powerful LED lights, which are very very efficient, especially if you're cruising at night. You need to alert the person behind you when you want to turn, or when you want to come to a stop, or when you want to slow down. So these ones, they get to get the job done in a very very nice way. So we also have this big Volkswagen logo, and of course the brand of the car, the name of the car right there. So basically, those are some of the things that you might need to know about the Volkswagen, the Mk5. Let me know if there's anything you feel I've left out. To talk to me in the comment section, and sure enough, I'll really, really appreciate. For now, make sure you hit the subscribe button and talk to me in the comment section.